Hello students, welcome back. This is Jayalakshmi of 5K College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about that next topic in the fourth unit of your POM. That is group behavior. We have discussed about that individual behavior. Now we are going to discuss about the group behavior of the principles of management in that directing. Okay. Let me start with that foundation of group behavior. What is a group first? A group is defined as two or more individuals. Group means two or more people working together for one particular objective, means that is called as group. Okay. Classification of group. How you are going to classify the group? It may be classified as formal group, informal group, command group, task group and interest group. Okay, let me start with that one. What is formal groups? Formal groups is defined as the organization structure with the designed work assigned for one particular task. Informal group means people working together for their own alliances that are neither formally structured for nor organizationally determined. They are forming a group based on their work. Okay, command groups dictated by the formal organization. There will be a group of people, those who are going to command them. Okay, next task group. Based on their work they will be grouped together. And interest group, people who are interested on one particular objective, they will be form a group. Why people join in groups? What's the need to make a group? Proximity, interaction and influence. People work near each other, so there will be frequent interaction. Based on the interaction they will be form a group. So similar thinking people will work together, and so they are forming the group. Security. Insecure field will be overcome by when they are joining in group. Estimate. Self-esteem can be increased through group membership. If you are working in a group, that will increase your self-esteem also. Power. Group membership offer power to members by you being unity. If you are working in a single person, if you are giving some suggestion, it won't be accepted by others. But if you are working with a group of people, if the group of people giving a suggestion, that will be considered. And group structure. How we are forming the group structure? It is a pattern of relationship among members that hold the group together and help it achieve assigned goals. To achieve the goals we are forming the group structure. The structure can be expressed in variety of ways here or there, based on the group size, group role, group norms, group cohesiveness, group thinking and group dynamics. What is that group size? It can be vary from 2 people to very large number of people. Generally more than 2 people are there, means then only we are calling them as a group. Okay, so group may be vary based on their size. Group role. Roles are usually predetermined and assigned to members. Group roles can be classified as work roles, maintenance roles and blocking roles. Based on their work they will be classified into groups. That is for example, the supervisor are is a role. Based on that one, supervisor group will be created, or else HOD's group will be there, principal group will be there. Like that, based on their work role, it will be grouped. Okay, maintenance role. For maintaining some relationship or for maintaining some control, there will be group. Blocking roles. Based on that, something has to be blocked, for that one, that will be group. Okay, group norms. Way of expressing group structure. Based on roles we have discussed. Based on norms, it is defined the acceptable standard shared by the group members. Characteristics of group norms established for more important issues concerning the group. It do not apply to all members of the group. Okay, group norms means if you are formed in a group, there will be some rules we will follow, and based on that rules it will be found. Okay, for example, if I am so concerned about some discipline issues, means some people who are having that behavior, they will be from the group. Okay, that is called norms group. Group of cohesiveness. It is based on the interaction between the people. Okay, how they are bonding with each other. Based on that one, group cohesiveness will be. Group thinking. It is the mode of thinking that people engage in when they are deeply involved in cohesive in a group. If you are cohesive in a group, then your thinking will be in some same way. Okay. Then symptoms of group thinking: illusion of invulnerability, collective rationalization. When you are thinking about group means, when you are thinking you want to have some safety, if you want to show your oppose against some people, if you want to believe in some mortality, that times we will be grouped together. Okay. Group decision making, it's a type of participatory process in which multiple individuals acting collectively. So a group of people means two or three individuals are collected together as a group of people. So in this one, when you are taking decisions, multiple individuals acting collectively, they will discuss and they will analyze the problems and situation, consider and evaluate alternate courses. If you are discussing some problems, okay, that time when you are discussing that in a group, that time we will have more ideas and we will analyze that one, which one will be suitable for this situation. Based on that one, we can choose some output. Okay. So this is the advantage of group behavior. Okay, we have discussed the group behavior, and if you are having doubt, you please contact me. We will discuss the next topic in the next session. Thank you.